advantage for the champion, 7-inch reach advantage. The red and white shorts on St George's Day for Tyson Fury. Dillian Whyte in the black shorts, the biggest night of his life. Tyson Fury says this is it. He's off to retire after tonight, but he wants to put on a show. Dillian Whyte's had to work so hard for this opportunity in front of 94,000 spectators here at Wembley Stadium.
Just working on the outside rather, as a jab. Whyte just slowly walking, following Tyson Fury around. But I think anything, Tyson might be a little bit, not confused, but he certainly didn't expect Dillian Whyte to come out as a southpaw. I don't think anybody really did.
Both of them have oozed confidence in the build-up. There's been a great atmosphere between the pair of them. Everything on the line tonight. WBC Ring Magazine Lineal Heavyweight Championship of the World here at Wembley. First solid shot landed by the champion Tyson Fury. Just pouring out that long left jab that's so difficult to get inside. That long left hand that Dillian Whyte has to deal with.
And that's the problem, Fletch, right early on. Look at the gap, it's absolutely huge between Fury and Whyte. And that's what Whyte has got to deal with. He's got to close that gap down to land the shots. And that's the problem. When you're boxing Tyson Fury, you've got to close it. You've got to get to him. And Dillian Whyte, with the slow feet, just having a few problems early on, just having a look at Fury.
Dillian Whyte needs to get close enough to land the left hook. That's the key punch for him. He's been susceptible to uppercuts, and we know that Tyson Fury can deliver those as well. That first solid right hand went in from Tyson Fury right into the jaw of Dillian Whyte.
Bit of a mistake there for Whyte, throwing that left hand, that left leg come round, he became square on, and Fury just took advantage, lands a nice little right hand early. And Dillian Whyte not really used to being a southpaw, working well with his jab, but when he's throwing the backhand, it's the rear leg that comes around that's the problem if he comes square on. Well, there's not a lot in the round, is there? But for me, Fury probably did the more work. It was a scouting mission, most certainly, for Dillian Whyte, Steve.
It was indeed a scouting mission. It was indeed a scouting mission for Dillian Whyte. It came out as a southpaw, which is a bit of a shock, and he wasn't a particularly good southpaw, but it clearly threw Tyson Fury there. It clearly threw him for the first 40 or 50 seconds. He then managed to make Dillian Whyte make a mistake at one point when he countered with a right hand.
It's the sixth time tonight the two British boxers have fought for the world heavyweight title. The first time for 12 years. And this is far and away the biggest when you add everything together. The word from the Fury camp, and a lot of people have said this, that he's as fit as he's ever been. All the numbers in preparation are higher than they've ever been. At 34, they say he's as good as ever. We'll find out tonight, Richie.
Most certainly.
So out we come for the second round, and Dillian Whyte's now gone back to orthodox, and Tyson Fury's gone southpaw.
Yeah, there you go. I think Tyson Fury, I spoke about this earlier today, Tyson Fury, the success he had against Derek Chisora because he had the height and reach, and he certainly boxed as a southpaw in that second contest, and won convincingly. And would he do it here? And now he started this second round as a southpaw.
When he boxed at the public workout earlier this week, he boxed as a southpaw throughout. He will switch though, he's gone back orthodox again now, Tyson Fury, so he's just playing with the mind a little bit here of Dillian Whyte, setting traps, creating problems. Such a big man, Tyson Fury, with those long levers, he's so difficult to get close to. Dillian Whyte, if he's going to win tonight, has to find a way to do that.
Got to quicken the feet up for me, Dillian Whyte. It was a scouting mission most certainly in the first round, but he's got to start a little bit quicker. We spoke about the problem, he's got to close that gap down. He's closed the gap down with fast head movements, fast feet, and then whip the right hand over the top. He's done it earlier in this round, but he was way off target, he missed too far out.
Dillian Whyte with a decent right hand to the body. You feel that he's going to try and target the Fury body if he possibly can, because he's such a big target to aim at. Whyte coming forward. Fury happy to box on the back foot for now. He's falling short with a body shot, the champion. Dillian Whyte is a little bit short with his work as well.
Just a little bit out of range for me. Probably has to double that jab up, Fletch. Just being caught, you see, out of range. You think that's better. But it wasn't better. He's actually got to close that gap down, which he did there. But he's got to find the shots to hit the target.
Dillian Whyte swinging away. Nothing pretty, but he hopes it's going to be effective. But he took a solid right hand through the guard there, Dillian Whyte, from Tyson Fury.
Pace is crucial and it's suited Fury at this stage. He's controlling the pace with that jab, controlling the distance. So there's got to be an injection of pace from Dillian Whyte.
Fury in control of things at the moment. Less than 30 seconds to go in the second round. Record crowd, massive night. What a night for British boxing, and what a night for the two men in there. Tyson Fury, the champion, and Dillian Whyte, the challenger. Sneaky left hand got through there from Tyson Fury that just made Dillian Whyte blink, and when he gets him on the ropes, he wants to flail away and try and land a big shot.
Street Bunts, I know one thing, Fletch. Dillian Whyte's a better orthodox fighter than he is a southpaw fighter. He can move his feet better. But you're right, Richie. Richie picked up on it after 20 seconds of the first round. Dillian's feet seem really slow. Really slow. He's got the right idea. Throw two jabs and throw a right hand. You can't just throw them in isolation, Fletch. You've got to get your feet there. Now, it might not be his feet. It might be just that Tyson is that good. And that big right hand there looked like someone bowling back in the 70s. That missed by a mile. Tyson could have a good left hand. Right now, Tyson is dominating like in the old days, a big left jab.
Tell you what, Richie, when you look at what the journey's been like for Dillian Whyte, his first pro fight was 11 years ago in Medway Park in Gillingham in front of a handful of people. Tonight, he's boxing in front of the biggest crowd ever assembled in Europe for a fight. And a man whose life reads like a Hollywood script, and it really does if you look at it, wants to write the defining chapter here. He's got his work cut out, though, against the Gypsy King, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And the ring walk when he came in and the reaction to it shows just how popular he is in the hearts and minds of boxing supporters here in the United Kingdom.
He's just had a look at Fury, though. Only a couple of rounds, but for me, it's cost him the rounds, to be quite honest. I think Fury's controlling things behind that jab, boxing his distance. This is what Dillian Whyte has got to do. He's got to rough Tyson Fury up. He's got to then find the gaps on the inside. Now that's very difficult to do because Fury's a very strong man. He can tie you up on the inside. But look again, starting the attacks a little bit too far out, a little bit too slow with the feet, allowing Fury just to bring him onto punches.
The crowd cheered that left hook that landed from Tyson Fury, but he took it on the gloves, Dillian Whyte. Might have seemed like a good shot at the back of the arena, and he managed to block that. Fury pokes out the left jab.
We're right close to the Dillian Whyte corner. You can hear the urgency already in their voices. Come on, they're saying, come on, because they know that he's got to close that gap down. He's got to be quicker on his feet, Dillian Whyte.
Fury nice and calm in there at the moment. The jab to the body. Dillian Whyte still finding it difficult to get close enough to Tyson Fury to land the big punch, and when he does get close, he's been showing a tendency to flail away. Fury on the ropes, and he's got that ability too with those long arms. He can wrap you up and stop your attack whenever he wants to.
Just negates your work on the inside, basically. It's difficult to actually land shots on the inside against Tyson Fury. Such a big man, and he just holds you, just ties you up, and then he's back on the outside again, and there we go again, and you've got the same problem of closing the gap.
Fury picks a left hand into the Dillian Whyte body. Both of them were talking about him being a barnstormer at the press conference earlier this week. It's not quite hit the heights as yet, but Tyson Fury's in control, and he's got that smile on his face as well.
Controlling the pace, Fletch here. It's going down to the ground for Tyson Fury at the moment.
Tyson Fury fighting Tyson Fury's fight with less than 20 seconds to go in the third round. Tyson Fury body, and that's the end of the third round. Let's have a listen into Dillian Whyte's corner.
Okay, you're getting a little bit closer. That's what we want. When you get him here, he's fucking body. We don't need to wing shots over the top. We don't need to. Okay? We've been practicing for it, everything short. He won't see it. You're not short. Okay?
Stay ready. I tell you what, Flesh, that's good advice from Xavier Millionaire, if you don't mind me saying so. When you're close, we practice it. Bit of swearing thrown in for a bit of colour, literally. Don't throw the wild shots, throw the short shots. He can't see them, and he's absolutely right. If you're in close, you can slip those shots in underneath Tyson's guard.
That's what he's got to do, Steve, because it's not happening for him at the moment on the inside. Fury's tying him up, but he's got to use the little short-range punches on the inside. He's got to find a little bit of space as Dillian Whyte. He's got problems.
Xavier Miller doing the talking in the corner. Harold Knight is in there as well. So we'll see whether he can get close enough. They said that in the last round he just got that little bit closer. They saw that as a positive. It's a good shot from Tyson Fury. Oh, the crowd cheering everything that gets landed here.
Right hand from Fury. Right hand each well. This is where Dillian Whyte's got to try and go a little bit more. It's difficult. Oh, look at this now, Fletch.
Just caught Tyson Fury on the break, didn't he? He's not happy about that at all.
When I tell you to break, you break.
Tyson, the referee reading the riot act to Tyson Fury. Dillian Whyte was the aggressor. He's going to get a ticking off as well. It's his first heavyweight title fight. The referee tonight, so it's a big night for the third man in there.
Yes, indeed, but obviously there's a cut there. It's come from that clinch. Both boxers not happy. Have to see it on the replay again, but now Dillian Whyte has got more problems. He's got a cut on that right eye.
Whyte still desperately trying to get close enough to Tyson Fury to let the punches go. Fury in control when it's on the outside.
Controlling pace, controlling distance. That wasn't too far away from Dillian Whyte. So Fury, they just made the mistake. He wasn't very accurate with those shots there. Just got away with it, but Dillian Whyte just missed the target with that left hook. We know that's the danger shot, but you've got to get him close to land that punch.
Whyte wants to get in there and try and rough Tyson Fury up, making an ugly fight, making a brawl, making a war. Wants to try and draw it in, and he'll try anything to make that happen. Tyson Fury corner at the moment, very unhappy with some of the tactics that's being employed in there by Whyte.
Difficult for the referee as well to bring them up there. He's not happy.
Dillian Whyte just keeps having a little dab at that cup. Fury mixing up the attacks to head and body at the moment. Minute to go in the fourth. Fury tying Dillian Whyte up. He's desperate to try and get the champion, but he's back to the ropes where he can start to let the punches go. But Fury's very good at getting out there. Good body shot from Fury.
Clever work that was from Fury. We're all expecting him to go to the head there. There's a bit of a body shot, the right hand down there. Now it's getting naughty.
It is getting naughty, very naughty. And the referee's got to get a grip of this. They've got to get control of the situation, otherwise it might get out of hand.
Some water or something spray from seemed to be the Fury corner. Someone over there. Naughty.
But the message was you're a professional boxer, so act professionally. And somebody did seem to throw something from the crowd, whether it was a pint of beer or whatever it was.
From the corner, it was from that direction. I think it was from the crowd.
From the crowd, Richie, yeah. It's been rough and tough in there so far. It's not been very pretty. And all the pleasantries that we saw in the build-up to the fight have been left in the dressing room.
Well, I spoke about it being a frustrating stage it is, Fletch. Just can't seem to close that gap down.
Well, that's the end of another one, and it's very, very messy in there, Steve.
It's as brutal and hard and ugly and physical as we expected. This is what happens. This happens. It may be called the sweet science, but you get fights like this when they cancel each other out. It works in Fury's favour to be as ugly as possible. And the clash of heads is a clash of heads. Dillian Whyte doesn't do that intentionally. He gets cut. There's a bit of elbowing going in. That's what Tyson really upset about the elbow. The clash of heads fair. The elbow, now that's illegal, Richard.
Yeah, a bit naughty there. And well, both boxers were guilty of something over on the ropes there. They both weren't happy with each other, with their elbows going in, there's heads, and they both lost it for a split second there.
I tell you what, Steve, they could have done this in the car park. Never mind about Wembley Stadium. It's that kind of brawl at the moment.
Absolutely.
Michael Ofo is the man who's working on that cut for Dillian Whyte, which doesn't look to be too much of a problem at the moment. And the referee wants to speak to both of them before we start the next round. I'm not surprised.
He had a rare situation there in that previous round. So you see Tyson Fury actually lose his temper in the ring. He wasn't happy about things there on those ropes. Both boxers were.
Just wonder whether Dillian Whyte might see that as his first little victory. The fact that he's managed to get the champion angry, the fact that he might just put him into a position where he does get a bit closer to him.
In that last round, he got that a little bit closer here and there, so maybe it's a sign of things to come. But he's finally finding a way. That's a nice one on the outside. Two shots downstairs, they're back. They're at long distance again.
Some really sharp body shots in there from the champion. Dillian Whyte came back with one of his own. Fifth round of 12. WBC Ring Magazine Lineal Heavyweight Championship of the World. The Union belt on the line as well. Tyson Fury still keeping the distance between the two of them, which is making it virtually impossible for Dillian Whyte to go and land anything of real significance.
He's got to sustain the pressure a little bit more, Fletch. That's what's needed from Dillian Whyte. He's got to step on the gas a little bit. It's easier said than done, we know that, but he's got to move that head. That's a little bit. Now he's got to go again. You see, that single attack's not quite enough. He's got to go again and put Tyson under more pressure.
Fury happy to box out of the corner. Dillian Whyte with a shake of the head. Tyson Fury, who spent the trilogy with Deontay Wilder, dodging dangerous bombs. He's got power, Dillian Whyte, but not Deontay Wilder power, so he's got to go about things in a different way. Just over a minute to go in the fifth. Fury going for the body, talking to Dillian Whyte, goading Dillian Whyte. Looks like he might just want to raise the pace a bit, Tyson Fury now.
He's occasionally switching downstairs. It's a shot that Dillian Whyte's not expecting.
Dillian Whyte has been the mandatory challenger since 2017. He's had to do everything the hard way. And if he does win the heavyweight title tonight, he's going to do it the hard way again. It's followed him right the way through his life, which reads like a Hollywood script, but he might have been stopped there by that Tyson Fury punch. And he's going to try and fight back now, Dillian Whyte. Certainly think that what got through from Fury that did some damage.
Again, Tyson just ties Whyte up on the inside. To land shots in at close quarters when you've got Tyson Fury just leaning on you and just holding you, grabbing you, tying you up. Difficult, and Dillian Whyte is experiencing the problems that most fighters do against Tyson Fury. It's that gap. You can't close that gap without getting a hit. That's why you need the head movement, you see.
Well, that's the end of 5 rounds. Steve Bunce.
5 rounds, Tyson Fury's controlling them. He's not dominating them, he's just controlling them. He's just doing enough, because Dillian Whyte is just not doing enough. You know, Richie's been asking since the first round for Dillian to get a bit closer, to double up the jab, to show a shot on them for our right.
Let's quickly hear from Lennox Lewis, who's with us.
Yeah, Dillian Whyte needs to pick it up a little bit more. You know, Tyson's getting these little punches to the body. All that's doing is sapping Dillian Whyte's energy. And these little shots add up after a couple rounds. That's why you see Dillian Whyte is going to be opening his mouth pretty soon and breathing, because he's getting tired. All that weight's taking effect on him. And Tyson's
problem, Steve, as they all do.
Fletch, it's time for urgency from Whyte's corner. It's that simple.
Well, they come for the sixth. And this time the referee unhappy about the time it's taking Dillian Whyte's cornerman to get out of the ring. So here we go. 6 of 12. And so far, Richie Woodall scores it as a shutout to Tyson Fury, and that kind of emphasises what Steve's just said. It's time for urgency. He's got to get to work, Dillian Whyte. He's got to do something to turn the tide. And David's scorecard is very, very similar to yours, a little bit closer, but still a wide margin at the moment for Tyson Fury.
There's no doubt that Fury's winning the fight. He's not in the rounds. Like Steve says, he's just doing enough to win them. Dillian Whyte just isn't doing quite enough, as Steve said, to get over the line on these rounds.
The longer this goes like this, the more desperate you think that Dillian Whyte will have to become. Tried that chopping right hand from a mile away there and missed it by just about as far. Tyson Fury keen to talk in his ear and tell him all about it. He must be an absolute nightmare to box, Tyson Fury, when he's in this kind of mood.
Lots of tricks from Fletch at the end of the day. Yes. Six on the turn there, he just missed the target completely with the right hand. Well, I should imagine, you know, at the end of the day, Dillian Whyte will be expecting that, expecting a few mind games in the ring itself from Fury.
Fury in control. Just over a minute to go in round 6. He's got Fury back to his own corner at the moment, but still he's unable to get the punches off. It seems as though he's having to think about it too much, and he can't let the punches go because it's a riddle that he's got to solve to land anything.
Just waiting a little bit too long there, wasn't he? He just had him primed in that corner. Now he's starting to move the head, and that's what he's got to do. Quicken the feet up. Just put a little bit more pressure on, sustain the pressure. We just waited in that corner just slightly too long, and then the opportunity was gone. He'd lost it.
Even when he's back to the ropes at the minute, Tyson Fury still seems as though he's in complete control. Even when Dillian Whyte's that close, it's not leading to any sustained attack. Tyson Fury fighting Tyson Fury's fight at the moment, and Dillian Whyte's got to find a way to change the pattern. Fury with the uppercut! What a punch! The right uppercut! Dillian Whyte flat on his back at Wembley Stadium with an absolute peach of a punch! He beats the count, but he doesn't know where he is. The bell